Tell us how you felt you did today out in a gusty, windy day in the round. How do you felt you performed?
Some holes I thought I did really well. Other ones I was disappointed in. I was holding on pretty tight those first 3 holes, getting out here early. Little nerves, and into that wind it's hard. You just got to let it go, And I was holding on a little too tight and had some right misses going, but made one double in those 3 holes, but came away with a par on 1 and a bogey I think on 3, so got points there, and just tried to keep it in front of me. Got away with a couple miss hits, and then a couple really good shots paid off. I had a couple short birdie putts that I made, and so all things considered, it was really successful first round of golf.
And you do play a good amount of golf. How is this tournament, in your mindset, different than others?
Well, it's just, one, it's great to reconnect with all the old guys. Guys that, I'd played with before or played against, and then guys that maybe were before me or after me. Now I'm getting to be older that, there's a lot of guys that probably retired now that maybe didn't play 9 years ago when I was playing and playing here. But it's just great to reconnect with all those guys, and then to get out and compete in this kind of event. I mean, this is as close as we'll get to a tour event for us. I mean, with the ropes and the galleries and just being treated first class. I mean, the people here at the Pro have been, rolled out the red carpet for all of us, and very grateful for them, and just giving me the opportunity to come out here, whether I finish last or first, just to be here it's a victory for me.
Yes. And on your free time, how much golf do you normally play?
I used to play a little more. Now that I'm coaching golf, I'm coaching at William & Mary, my old school. I played football and helping with the guys, assistant coach there, and the interim women's head coach right now. So we're pretty busy. I'm not playing as many rounds as I would have liked recently, but the years leading up to this, I have a son who's a freshman golfer at West Virginia, a good player, and so I got to go out and travel around with him a lot, play with him, and my wife would give me a hard time. I said, going to the golf course, I'm doing it for our son. They're trying to do it for the kid. But so I've gotten to play a lot of golf, and football blessed me with the ability to play a lot of golf, and really grateful. But it's great to be out here and tested in a real competitive environment.
Yes, and you stayed in the NFL a long time, a long career. Is it any secrets you have to somebody who wants to stay in the NFL as long as you have?
If you teach yourself how to long snap and keep your head down and not mess it up, I think that's one good way. I was lucky. I felt in the right place at the right time. I got a free agent contract with the Titans as a tight end. I was a punter in college, so I never snapped the ball, but just started snapping when I would punt with the other punters, Craig Hendrick and another rookie, and could do it, had some talent, and they worked with me and started doing it my second year, and then tried to go to the Bears and play fullback there, which is a bad decision. I would just run headfirst into Brian Urlacher every day in training camp, and they sent me home pretty quickly. But I found a great niche, a nice home in Denver, and had a good run there, and very grateful for the Broncos giving me that opportunity. And then went down to Arizona and finished my last 7 years there, and the golf game got better living in Phoenix, so couldn't have worked out better. I got to go out on my own terms. My brain wanted to keep playing, but my body said that was enough, and 16 years was long enough. I avoided some injuries. I had a few, but kind of fought through some things and played through a lot, and the catastrophic injuries I avoided, fortunately, and just very, very grateful I got to do what I did.
And lastly, is any NFL players that you aspired, that you maybe met as a teammate and said, this is someone you should look up to?
There was just so many guys. I got there early, and Bruce Matthews was playing offensive line still. When I first got to Tennessee, and just the way he carried himself, he put the work in. He was a professional all the time, but he had fun. He enjoyed it. He worked his body as best he could to avoid injury. Another guy that never got hurt. So he was a guy early in my career. But there's so many guys that just I look up to, who I played with, and all the cities I've been. Just there's too many to list them, but just great people. Like out here, people see guys on TV and they may think a guy's a certain way, but you meet people out here, and they're just normal guys who were really talented to play a game of football, but they're just normal people who love to play golf now and have a good time, and I'm very grateful to get to hang around them.
Yes, and best wishes to you for the rest of the tournament. You still have a lot of game left. You can go ahead and pull it out.
Yeah, we'll see. A couple rounds left, but I'm looking forward to getting back out and then doing it again tomorrow.
Yeah, go get them.
Right,
best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, it's a pleasure.